Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to this reading video. This is a bit of a spontaneous reading. I wasn't expecting to come on here tonight, especially because today is Monday, and on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I do post comprehensive readings and collective energy updates, specifically reading into the energy of the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine Collective. And that reading was posted earlier today at 12 p.m., but I really felt hit with this dense wave of energy today. And very often, because of the ways in which we are all connected into this collective consciousness, when one of us is experiencing something powerful or intense, we can find ourselves feeling really isolated within those feelings, as our human self can judge those experiences of fatigue, of heaviness, of tiredness. But I just want you to know, or really to remember, because you already have this knowing within yourself, whenever you are going through something that doesn't make sense to you energetically or emotionally, it's something dense or intense that you are feeling that seems to strike out of the blue, know that you are not an island, and whatever you are experiencing serves a collective purpose. It's not just speaking to something that the rest of the collective is also experiencing, but also, and even more powerfully, when you are experiencing these things, you are actually a participant in this unconscious transmutation process of energy. So by carving out the time and space to allow yourself to feel, to sit with whatever you are experiencing, you are actually, I wanted to say, doing Reiki on the collective, because in a sense, that's what you are doing by allowing yourself to feel what's coming up for you, even when it doesn't make sense, and holding space for that. You are actually releasing some of these wounded collective patterns and programming. And so we have the Seven of Cups card coming out for you here as your first card. Options, choices, and I'm seeing doors opening for you. Meditation. So what I'm really getting here is that also, whenever you are experiencing these emotions that your ego might be labeling as negative, keep in mind that you are doing powerful spiritual and energetic work. And as you do this work, you are actually exuding this energy outward into the ether, into the collective consciousness that is in turn raising your frequency, healing your auric field, uplifting your individual vibration in ways that may seem subtle to your physical human self, but ways that are very, very real. And the result of this lift in your energy is that you are actually aligning with higher vibrational timelines for yourself. And this is opening doors for you. You are learning a new way of doing things in life, whether that's new ways of cultivating abundance, of consciously participating in relationships or friendships. Whatever you are doing, in a sense, has never been done before. It is a unique way of creating your life that is then creating a pathway for others to follow. You are the one forging the path. And so the next card coming out is the Six of Wands, but the way this card came out was in the reversed position. And I really feel this sitting on the sacral chakra. This can speak to feeling as though you failed or you've lost something what I'm really getting from this card is deep inner child wounding for someone. Wounding of, in the past, never quite feeling good enough for the people around you, never quite, I'm hearing overachiever. So overachieving could have been one way in which the person I'm channeling here compensated for this inner child wounds of never quite feeling enough for the people around them. And I feel that some of the emotions coming up for you, I keep wanting to call them blocks, because it quite literally feels like when these emotions surface, they leave you feeling very stagnant, very much stuck in your day or in your life. However, again, remember that these emotions are speaking to you. They're speaking to you. And I see specifically, they could be speaking to this inner child wound within you that is coming up to be addressed. So I'm going to channel a few messages. By the way, I usually mention this at the beginning, but if you would like me to channel specifically for you and your situation, liking the video and also subscribing are forms of energy transference that do allow me to channel more specifically for you. So be sure to like and subscribe if you would like me to channel more specific messages. Okay, so the first card to come through is Star Brothers. This speaks to protection, loyalty, safety, and I'm hearing this very strong message from your spirit guides at this time. You are safe. You are being actively protected. If you have any fears surrounding safety, surrounding security, surrounding protection, whether this is in some kind of leap of faith you are taking in your life, whether it's in a certain connection, situation, location, I feel the response being from your guides. You are safe. You are being actively protected, because the next card to come out is You Got the Love. And this card speaks to codependency, and specifically as a soul being one who incarnated here for the purpose in part to heal very deep patterns of codependency within their family or community. And as I was speaking on that, we get the card Trust the Timing. So for whoever I'm channeling here, I'm picking up that things have been somewhat difficult, confusing, or challenging in love for the person coming through here. And your guides want to remind you that the reason you've been feeling so much angst, anxiety, uncertainty, emotional intensity around this love situation isn't because something is going wrong here. It's actually because this thing that your mind is fixated on, that your mind is trying to figure out, actually holds, I wanted to say it holds the key, but it holds a really powerful purpose in your soul's mission here on earth. There's not something going wrong here, although what's happening is your mind is unconsciously recognizing that this person, if it's a person causing you confusion, anxiety, this connection, this love experience is important in some way to your soul's purpose and mission. However, your mind is generating these negative feelings and emotions because it's trying to figure it out. It's trying to put it together. It's trying to logic and reason its way through something that, yes, carries a deep, deep soul purpose for you, is an integral part to your mission here on earth, but also I'm hearing your guide say it's an impossible game, meaning it's impossible for your mind to wrap itself around the intricate details of your connection to this person, or why this is happening along your path, why this is important for you. And so what's needed is the surrender into divine timing, because we have two timing cards coming up here, both wait, it's not time yet, things are being woven, but also trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. If you are resonating with this video, you are someone who is on a path of unconditional love, and a huge part of this path is learning how to both experience, but then through the experience, learning to shift out of patterns of very deep-seated codependency. And I'm hearing something about attachment styles, anxious, avoidant. Some of you may resonate with being an anxious attachment style or an avoidant, or connecting with someone who has one of these attachment style labels and feeling a very profound soul connection in a situation that brings forth some of the wounds around what we as a society call an attachment style, which is really just one manifestation of the deep conditional love programming that you are coming here to heal through the experience of a completely, purely, unconditionally loving connection that would be so unconditional, your mind wouldn't be able to understand it. We have the card, give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. I'm hearing second chance. So I could be channeling into a 3D manifested soul connection relationship that has gone through troubled waters. And again, this could have involved these misaligned attachment styles, or of course, I'm using human labels here because this connection at the soul level doesn't feel misaligned. It's that you each are such powerful soul beings that you elected to assume to take on these very deeply codependent patterns for the purpose of healing them together, jointly, through each other, through this connection. I see that a very hopeless situation, or a situation that has seemed hopeless in the past or even in the present, will be somehow renewed, will be getting some kind of a second chance here. And I do want to share more on that. We have the card Temperance in reverse. So someone here may be becoming impatient. And again, this is why there is that need to really trust the divine timing of this situation. This can also speak to a kind of clashing between two people, someone having difficulty seeing the bigger picture. But I also sense with this card, someone becoming very trapped in their mind. I'm hearing the prison of their mind, especially when it comes to timing, wondering, when is this going to happen? What are the circumstances that are going to bring this about? But we have the card Four of Cups. So a lot of this connection at this time might be something you are feeling within yourself and something you are experiencing energetically, emotionally, connecting with through the 5D, even potentially through dreams, through telepathic experiences, which aren't just limited to telepathic experiences of the mind. This could be feeling energy telepathically and interpreting that energy even through your physical body. Telepathy happens at so many levels and layers, especially within really deep soul connections, because our deepest soul connections essentially are connections that are more deeply carved into our energy field, if you want to think of it that way. Therefore, whenever energy is transferred between ourself and this other person to whom we share a very powerful soul connection, we are capable of feeling it more intensely because we're feeling it through a deeper channel we've carved out through that particular other soul through many lifetimes. And what I'm seeing here is specifically a divine feminine who is feeling as though there's been I'm hearing unfixable situations, some mismatch in timing here. And again, there's a lot of daydreaming, I feel like this might be what you're doing when you're in that stuck energy. You might just find yourself sitting down or laying in bed, daydreaming, or even meditating, thinking about this connection to this person, which again could lead to moments of trying to work through it through the mind, which I once again feel your guides urging you to release, to let go of needing to logically figure out this connection. But we also have the Emperor in the reverse position. So I see this representing the masculine to whom you, Divine Feminine, are connecting with here. I feel like at this point, there's almost just this feeling of being frustrated for so long by a situation. It almost causes you to become apathetic, and yet you still feel stuck on it. You still feel such a binding kind of energy to it. And although it might seem to your human self like a curse or an obstacle at times, your soul wants you to know it's an energy that you took on with this other person for the purpose of transmuting. And again, this is such a beautiful and profound part of your soul mission that I do feel you share with this person. I'm getting something about a father figure for this masculine. So he might be a father, or he might have a turbulent relationship with his own father. And I'm just seeing something around control issues or parental issues here for some masculines coming through, leading to a very intense energy whenever this wound becomes triggered. And I'm also getting a lot of earth energy from this card. So someone might be an earth sign here, but you, Divine Feminine, may be looking at this masculine with this kind of Ace of Wands reversed energy, feeling just stuck, feeling like I have no idea what to do here, feeling like it's a beautiful, deep soul connection, but that there is this delay in timing, and that these opportunities seem to keep being missed either by the both of you or by this masculine. And again, there are cycles of frustration here coming up. So if this is resonating, I am going to be reshuffling the cards to really dive deeper into some clarity for you and sharing some more specific messages from your guides if you are Divine Feminine listening. And also let's see if the guides of the Divine Masculine come through as well, because I've noticed the Divine Masculines collectives, spirit guides, their spirit team, becoming a lot more active and talkative during these readings. But before I get into that, if you are someone on a twin flame path, experiencing a very profound, deep soul connection that, again, your mind might be trying to figure out through logic, through reason, know that you aren't alone in this, and that nothing is going wrong here. It's quite literally your conscious mind's job to pinpoint problems and to hyper analyze them. But I do feel your guides calling you into deeper levels of peace through releasing some of this need to know and letting that melt into surrender. So to assist you with that process of surrender, I've created a subliminal meditation for just that, for surrender. And it's actually called my Twin Flame Surrender Subliminal. Now, this subliminal is incredibly powerful for twin flames because it contains affirmations embedded within other meditation sounds and frequencies, which is why we call them subliminal. And these affirmations bypass the conscious filter of your mind, are capable of sinking into the deeper levels of your subconscious mind, and quite literally rewriting the scripts and programs that we store in the subconscious mind from birth. And the powerful thing about subliminals is that they address the subconscious so deeply and effectively, which it's actually the subconscious mind that controls 95% of the thoughts in our mind and that we exude in the form of energy. So meditating with subliminals is a very fast-tracked way to shift your energy, to shift your vibration, to become magnetic for the things, the outcomes, the people that you desire to experience in your life. And in this case, the Twin Flame Surrender Subliminal is designed to shift the entire energy of your being into deep peace, surrender, and harmony, and simultaneously to balance your own inner divine masculine and inner divine feminine energies. Now, the effect of this is you become highly magnetic, not just in love, not just in your twin flame connection, but in all areas of your life, because you are manifesting from that centered, balanced states of equalized masculine and feminine essence. And it's a really beautiful state of being to experience. So if you would like to try out my Twin Flame Surrender Subliminal, I have a link to this subliminal under the video in the pinned comment and description. You can try it out completely free for 7 days by creating a free trial account on my website, which is soundandsoulful.com. And as you can see on the screen, on this website, I've created over 100 subliminals for essentially every area of life, for physical appearance changes, for mood shifts like confidence, happiness, anxiety relief, for love, relationships, twin flames, energy clearing, and so much more. And again, when you sign up for a free trial account on my website, you can try out any subliminal I've created. You can even create your own custom private playlists, and all of the information on that is under the video. But wow, your spirit guides have been coming through really strongly in this reading, so it's very fitting we would get the card Star Ancestors. You may literally have familial ancestors who are also parts of your soul group, or what we sometimes call a soul cluster. I was getting a lot of fatherly or grandfatherly energy from someone or a few people who are your spirit guides. So if you have a grandfather, a great-grandfather that you've felt at all energetically present with you, and one sign of this is you might randomly find yourself thinking of them after they've passed when you haven't thought of them in a while, this can be a sign that they are actually working actively as one of your guides. And what I feel them telling you with this card is, there's more here. Look a little deeper. Look beneath the surface of this situation, because again, the mind here is very hung up on what is going on the surface, what the landscape of this connection is like in the 3D. So what would we see if we looked a little deeper? King of Pentacles. Wow. This card carries a very healed, very awakened masculine energy. And I feel that your guides are saying if you look deeper, this is what you would see energetically, this masculine to whom you are connected with in the process of becoming. Someone who is grounded, someone who is healed and thriving. And I keep hearing something about the two of you carrying a strong power couple energy, or the potential for that, for being this kind of what we think of as a power couple, for building some kind of an enterprise or an empire together, whether that's a home, whether that's an adventurous life together, whether that's a family. There's this strong energy of a shared dream. And again, I feel that in the 5D, the masculine is in the process of rising to be that kind of emperor energy, that king energy, to match divine feminine, this empress, this queen energy that you are beginning to embody. So what else is going on with this divine masculine? What would we see happening at the 5D level? Wow. We have the King of Cups, 2 king cards, This represents someone who is highly emotionally intelligent, caring. There's something about this masculine being a powerful healer, but being unconscious of their spiritual ability to heal, to shift energy. This masculine might be in the medical field in some way, or in some kind of a business that helps or assists others. If not, though, this is very much in his nature. I feel he's been someone that others would go to for advice or support because he does have this natural healing ability. However, in 3D, I do see with the Two of Swords reversed, there has been a delay in this connection, and the purpose of this delay has been to be allowing for the exposing of the truth. Now, when I say the truth, I don't necessarily mean that someone has been actively lying here. That might be applicable for some, but actually for most, I feel this is what we sometimes think of in twin flame lingo as a twin flame time out, a period of, well, what we perceive as time, because of course time doesn't really exist at a spiritual level, but a period of time where it can feel as though things in 3D are very much on pause in a twin flame connection, but it's because it allows for greater emphasis and focus on a deeper level spiritual change taking place. And I see that when I talk about the truth coming to light, this masculine is realizing profound spiritual truth about the world, about society, about his upbringing, and the ways in which that may have negatively programmed his unconscious behaviors and actions in the physical world. There is so much truth coming up within him that at times it has felt overwhelming, and it's almost like his spirit guides have called these timeout moments to allow him time to physically 3D integrate the spiritual illuminations that have taken place within him and through his connecting with you, Divine Feminine. This masculine personality-wise, and when I say personality, I don't just mean the human personality. I feel also as a soul, this masculine has a kind of stubborn energy, but his guides say that in a very admiring kind of way, because this stubbornness can be both a blessing and a curse. Meaning it can cause him to not want to move forward on changes that would be very beneficial to him, but at the same time, it also gives him a power of focus that is profound and that is rare in this physical life, because it allows him to really dig in his heels and focus in on something with such an intensity that he is actually a powerful manifester because of this so-called stubborn nature that also has the shadow side to it as well. But what his spirit guides want you to know, Divine Feminine, you being one who is so deeply connected to him, is that with this Four of Coins reversed, this masculine is shedding old patterns, wounding. I see him shifting his social situations. He may be gravitating away from people or situations that he's, again, realizing this truth about, realizing we're weighing him down or we're having this toxic impact on him in some way. And he's really beginning to open his heart. But this opening of the hearts is bringing with it a lot of consciously felt pain, with the Three of Swords in the upright position, upheaval, loneliness at times, a sense of loss. So again, I really hope that this message connected with whoever needs to hear it. As I always say, it's my only goal through these readings to reconnect you with your own inner voice, your own intuition. So only take what connects with you personally. That inner sense of resonance is your intuition speaking your truth to you. That is the guiding lights of your life, essentially. If you would like to explore my twin flame surrender subliminal meditation, This is a powerful way to assist you in balancing not only your own energy field, but through this equalization of your own inner masculine and feminine, this does assist everyone and everything that is energetically connected to you as well, especially and even more intensely those to whom you share a very intense soul bonding, like with this divine masculine, if you are twin flames especially. So this will assist your divine masculine counterpart through his own activation, through his own healing process as well, because every shift you make within yourself is felt and sensed and unconsciously responded to by your counterpart as well. It's the beautiful and very intense aspect of these types of connections. So again, the link to that Twin Flame Surrender Subliminal is in the pinned comment and description box. Otherwise, I just want to close this video by saying I am so grateful to all of you beautiful souls who are connecting here with me on YouTube. We are co-creators here on this channel, reconnecting not for the first time, but for the first time perhaps in this incarnation, because our roots together as a soul family, a soul cluster, do run very deep, and there is so much gratitude in my heart for being able to share this platform with all of you and build it together. So I would love for you to subscribe if my energy resonates with you in some way. Otherwise, I am on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself if you'd like to follow me there. I'm wishing you a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day, and I will talk to you again in the next video.